Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Jason here, and major No Man's Sky news today. So, in the Nintendo Direct today, which is February 9th, you might be seeing this a little bit later, but February 9th, Nintendo announced that No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch in summer 2022. This summer, No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch. That is insane. So, huge questions here. There's no firm release date. We don't know exactly which day it's going to be. I have the trailer up right now showing you everything that's there. I haven't seen anything new. There's no new like gameplay hints or anything like that. The big takeaway though is it says with 5 years of updates. That means that Nintendo Switch is getting the full No Man's Sky experience, which is crazy to think about because the Nintendo Switch is a little bit older of a console. It's older than the Xbox Series X and the PS5. It's almost as old. I think it's a little bit newer, like maybe 2 years newer than the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, if you take that into consideration, it's also a portable, which means it has less power than the PS4 and the Xbox One. And No Man's Sky did not run great on those systems. It ran, but it did not run great, especially with all the new updates. That puts into question, is it going to be a cloud version of No Man's Sky? I have no idea. I think that that's probably the only way, unless they retool it to where there's way less vegetation, like there's less trees and less lighting and no reflections. Like if it's a stripped down version with all the upgrades, all the content, but all the visual upgrades are taken down. That's the only way I can think that they can probably smash it onto a Nintendo Switch. But hey, they've done some amazing things on the Nintendo Switch, so who knows? Who knows what that's going to be? But the bigger idea behind this is, I don't know how long you guys have been playing No Man's Sky, but they made a big deal about the move to Xbox back in 2018. So 4 years ago, they had the update for No Man's Sky to bring it to the Xbox, specifically the Xbox One, for the next update, the NEXT update. That came out on July 28th for the Xbox One. But they touted that early on. They announced that they were bringing it to Xbox. They didn't announce what the update was going to entail and all this other stuff. They teased it a while before it happened. Like, we knew months ahead of time that it was going to happen that way. So, now my brain is turning. I think that we're going to see another major update. Because if you don't know, the next update that came out in 2018, that exploded No Man's Sky. That literally changed the game from the ground up. We got multiplayer, like actual multiplayer in the game. We had a third-person camera added. It used to only be first-person, then it changed to third-person with the next update. So it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge, I think. And I think that it's going to coincide with a huge change to the game. What that means for the early term, I think that the next couple of updates we're going to get, like between now and the summertime, are going to be smaller, bite-sized updates like the Exomech or the Living Ship. Those are pretty, those are good updates, but they were very small in comparison to like the Beyond update or the next update. Those were massive updates, and I think we're going to get another one this summer. I'm so pumped up. I just want to make sure to get it out there. That way you guys knew that it's coming. No specific date yet, but I think that, it's only February right now. Within the next couple of months, we'll figure out we'll find a date. They will announce a date that is coming. And then I think the other news, it's not only going to come to Nintendo Switch, but there's going to be a massive content update. There's going to be a big one on the same scale as the Beyond and the next update. It is going to be huge, but that's just a guess on my part. I'm excited. I'm totally pumped up. Hopefully you guys are excited. Are you guys going to pick it up on the Switch? I think I know I am. I have a Switch. I have my Switch Lite. So I might have to I might have to change over to a full-on Switch. That way I can play with you guys on Switch. But who knows? I don't think it's going to be cross-play simply because just fitting No Man's Sky onto a Switch is probably going to be a major deal, let alone put the multiplayer in there. So who knows? I mean, they've done crazier things, but from the get-go, I think that it's going to be a more stripped-down visual version of the game. And I think it's going to not have cross-play multiplayer. You could play, they'll give you multiplayer, but, you know, again, Nintendo's not a big company that's, you know, specializes in online multiplayer. So not even online multiplayer, let alone cross-platform multiplayer. I can't think of another game that is cross-platform on the Switch. So I think that's why they are calling it the Switch version of No Man's Sky. So it is going to be the only, you know, it'll be the its own little thing. It's not going to be, you know, part of the big major ecosystem like PC, PlayStation, and Xbox versions are. It's not going to coincide with them. There's going to be its own little version that they're going to put out there, and it's going to be playable. It'll have all the content, but it's going to be visually stripped down so it doesn't look as good. It might not run as good, and it's probably not going to have the multiplayer. But what do you guys think? What are you guys expecting? What are you guys hoping for the new Nintendo Switch No Man's Sky version of it? I can't wait. I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys in the next video.